Sometimes you don't run away to escape your past. Sometimes your past just refuses to let you go. When Naomi Witt's life unraveled in a single moment, she thought she was just helping out her troubled twin. Instead, she landed in a town full of strangers with nothing but a wedding dress, a runaway bride reputation, and no clue what was coming next. But Knox Morgan never trusted outsiders and never planned on falling for one either. Welcome to Knockmount, Virginia, where small-town chaos meets slow-burn romance, and second chances arrive wrapped in heartbreak, redemption, and heat that sizzles off the page. Naomi Witt is a woman used to controlling the narrative. She's reliable, responsible, a high school librarian who keeps her life organized down to the color-coded post-it notes. But all that structure crumbles when she answers a panicked call from her estranged twin sister Tina. Thinking she's rushing to the rescue, Naomi drives to Knockmount, Virginia, only to find out she's been set up. Tina disappears with Naomi's car, money, and dignity, leaving behind a big surprise, a young niece Naomi didn't even know existed. Waylay is quiet, guarded, and clearly used to being let down. Naomi, stunned and furious, is suddenly thrust into the role of guardian with no warning, no support, and no plan. Enter Knox Morgan, Knockmount's grumpy, but ruggedly attractive bar owner. He's a man who values solitude and routine. Knox doesn't do drama. He doesn't do relationships. And he definitely doesn't do messy women with a past. But when he sees Naomi standing in his bar, in a wedding dress, arguing with the police and trying to comfort a scared little girl, something inside him shifts. He offers her a temporary place to stay. It's not out of kindness. It's not because he cares. At least, that's what he tells himself. But as days turn to weeks, Knox can't deny the pull Naomi has on him, or the way she's turning his quiet life upside down. Naomi's first challenge is adjusting to life in a small town, where everyone knows everyone else's business. She has to find a job, settle Waylay into school, and figure out how to make a home out of nothing. But the town begins to surprise her. People like Sloan, the tattooed coffee shop owner, and Nash Morgan, Knox's brother, and the town's police chief, step in to help. Despite her initial embarrassment and frustration, Naomi begins to build a life. She also starts to realize how much she's lost in always trying to be perfect and dependable. Waylay's presence brings out a protective side of her she never knew existed. Slowly, Naomi begins to embrace the chaos, even as her heart starts to betray her growing feelings for Knox. Knox has his own demons. He's a man burned by the past, hardened by loss, and convinced he's better off alone. But Naomi challenges every rule he's made for himself. She's sweet, beautiful, smart, and doesn't back down. He finds himself tangled in her life, from dealing with school drama to fixing up her broken-down rental home. But the closer he gets, the more he resists. He tells himself she'll leave like everyone else, that she's temporary, that he doesn't need her. But each time Naomi stands her ground, Knox falls a little harder. As the tension between them builds, so does the heat. Their chemistry is undeniable, electric, and impossible to ignore. But both Naomi and Knox carry wounds that run deep. Naomi struggles with self-worth, guilt, and the belief that she's not meant to be loved for who she really is. Knox fears losing control, getting hurt again, and being responsible for someone else's happiness. Their journey is one of push and pull, of miscommunication and raw vulnerability, of two people who keep trying to protect their hearts but can't help but collide. Just when Naomi begins to think she's found a new home, Tina returns. Her reappearance throws everything into chaos. Tina wants custody of Waylay, not out of love, but out of spite and greed. Legal battles loom. Emotions spiral, and Naomi is forced to fight not just for Waylay's future, but for the life she's building in Knox wants to help, but his fear of commitment pushes him away at the worst moment. He walks out, leaving Naomi feeling abandoned and betrayed yet again. Naomi doesn't crumble. Instead, she leans on her new friends, finds strength in herself, and stands her ground for the first time. She refuses to be manipulated or made small. She fights Tina with everything she has, not out of vengeance, but out of love for Waylay. And while the legal situation gets messy, the truth about Tina's neglect becomes harder to hide. The town rallies around Naomi. For the first time in a long time, she's not alone. Meanwhile, Knox realizes what he's thrown away. Watching Naomi stand tall without him makes him confront the truth he's been avoiding. He doesn't just want her, he needs her. She's not a complication. She's the missing piece. When he finally returns, it's not with a smooth apology, but with vulnerability. He admits he was scared. He admits he's wrong. And most importantly, he asks her to stay, not because he needs to fix her life, but because he wants to be part of it. The story doesn't end with a fairy tale kiss. Naomi and Knox still have work to do, but they do it together. They learn how to listen, how to show up, how to forgive, and how to build a future where love doesn't mean sacrifice, but support. Waylay blossoms in the stability and love Naomi gives her. Naomi opens herself to joy, And Knox, the man who thought love would destroy him, learns that love might be the only thing worth risking everything for. Things We Never Got Over is more than a romance. It's about healing from betrayal. It's about taking chances on people who challenge you. It's about found family and second chances. Lucy Score delivers a story that is witty, heartfelt, steamy, and emotionally rich. The side characters add flavor, humor, and depth to the small town setting. Each scene pulses with chemistry, heartache, and that rare spark of something real. This book hooks you not just with the slow burn love story, but with a heroine who grows into her strength, and a hero who learns that being vulnerable is the bravest thing a man can do. You feel every stolen glance, every fight, every moment of quiet intimacy. And when the final chapter comes, you're not just cheering for Naomi and Knox, you're wishing you could stay and knock 'em out just a little longer. Link in description.